Alright guys, I'm going to have my dad film this one.
Yeah, there I am.
His name's Richard, in case you're wondering. You can call him Papa Ogus. That's what they call you, Ed.
Okay.
They call you Papa Ogus. Alright guys, I just got back from Winco, and I get often asked what foods I eat. People think I eat...
Where do I see this?
There you go, Dad. So, everybody wants to know my diet. Everyone asks, Matt, what's your diet? What's your diet? What's your diet? Expecting me to say, okay, tilapia, brown rice, broccoli. You know, this much brown rice, this much broccoli, this much that. I don't go by specific foods. My dad knows this. I eat tons of foods, right?
Right.
I eat this, that, and this. Whatever fits into my guidelines in terms of macronutrients, protein, carb, fat. And if you're tracking macros, you're tracking calories at the same time. So I'm just going to go over some of the foods just to show you guys what kind of variety I deal with, what kind of foods I like to eat while I'm cutting. So we'll start off with this, granola bars. I get the biggest pack possible. I was getting so many of these when I was eating Chipotle burritos all the time. But anyways, I got some more right there. Might as well get this out so I can put it in the freezer. Dryers, this is a new kind of ice cream I've never had before. I want to test out like all the ice creams out there. And yes, I am dieting, losing weight. So I'm still eating foods like this. Not every day. There's no requirement that I have to eat this every day. I eat this whenever I'd like. And all you have to know about anything really is, okay, look, you know, 7 grams of fat, 19 grams of carbs, 2 grams of protein per 65 grams of total ice cream. So I just weigh it out and I hit my macros. Usually I'll end, you know, a couple days a week with some ice cream. I try to pick the one with the highest fat count possible because my goal for fat is 70 grams of fat per day. And when I don't go to Chipotle, it's actually kind of hard. I actually have to like eat almonds or pick foods with high fat just to hit my fat intake. We're doing things a little bit differently this prep, trying to keep fats as high as possible, and of course carbs as high as possible. So I'm gonna put this in here, and the last ice cream I still have is Oreo. So hey, Dad, you could try either one if you'd like. So let me just put this in here temporarily. Damn it, fit. All right, I'll fix that later, Dad. Next up, berry medley. I love to throw this in my shakes, guys. There's like antioxidants in berries and fruits. Not to mention there's a good amount of fiber, believe it or not. So for 17 total carbs, I'm getting 6 grams of fiber. So I usually do about 2 servings of this when I make a shake. It comes out to 34 carb and 12 grams of fiber just from these berries. So whenever I make a shake, I like to throw in, you know, spinach, berries, all that good stuff, bananas. A good recommendation for fruits and vegetables, 2 or more per day, right, Ed? That's what they said when you were growing up, you know, the food pyramid. 2 or more vegetables, 2 or more fruits. I don't know. Don't care about what they say about the rest of the stuff, to be honest.
I wish you had that attitude when you were 6 or 7.
Yeah, I know. Just 2 or more fruits, 2 more vegetables per day. Hit the macros you're going for. Hit a good amount of fiber. Someone for my size, height, etc., mass, 35 grams of fiber for me or more is good. My coach Eric Helms recommended a max of like 75 grams of fiber. More than that, a little too much. So let's move on. Egg whites, and just so you know, you guys can microwave these. You can microwave them, or you can cook them on the stove. So I usually just microwave these. I'll throw an egg in a bowl, throw that in a bowl, microwave it, throw some tapatio on it. Right here I have paste picante, and I like to use this with my tuna salsa rice. That's where I have rice, like over here. I usually go to the gym, and then when I come back I have rice waiting for me because I set it to cook before I leave. So right there's 150 grams of basmati rice. Shout out to J.R. Barthel, because I think the first time I ever heard about basmati rice was in one of his videos like years ago. So I usually mix 2 cans of albacore tuna. I like albacore specifically. It's a little bit more expensive, but it tastes a lot better than regular tuna that's really cheap. Throw in like 3 or 4 servings of this. Mix it all together. It's delicious, guys. Let's move on. Oh god, I'm gonna get some crap for this. Pop-Tarts. A reason why I'm having Pop-Tarts is sometimes I get tired of eating almonds because I have to hit 70 grams of fat per day. So each Pop-Tart has 5 grams of fat. By consuming 2 Pop-Tarts, 10 grams of fat gets me closer to hitting 70 grams of fat. Plus they're decent tasting. They're not as like awesome as everyone thinks they are. But to those who put it down, like, don't knock it until you try it. It tastes pretty good. So that's Pop-Tarts. It's not going to make you fat. It's not going to make you ripped. Hit your macros. That's the way nutrition works. Next up, Fiber One. I love it. 45 grams of carb and 11 grams of fiber per those 45 grams of carb. So it has a great amount of fiber. Obviously, it's called Fiber One, but I like specifically the corn flake, the flaky type, the flaky kind of cereals. I like those a lot. More egg whites. Right here I have Honey Crisp apples. I specifically like the really hard apples. I like the hard ones. That's what she said. But shit! Damn, I don't know where the tie went, but apparently it wasn't on. Honey Crisp apples. They taste great. They're hard for the most part. They don't get like super soft. I like them hard. That sounds weird, but next up, spinach. I don't really care organic or not at the moment, but usually ready to eat. You just eat it out of here. And you guys know that I throw these in my shakes. I usually throw in 50 grams, 75 grams, sometimes 100. It really just depends. I'd call, it says 85 grams is a serving. You know, 50 to 75 to 85, that's a serving. So, like I said, 2 vegetables, 2 fruits, hit your fiber, hit the macros you're going for. Next up, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I love it. And you guys are all witnesses. I eat these foods, and you guys are going to see me constantly get leaner and leaner and leaner as a natural bodybuilder. No diuretics, no tests, drugs, insulin, hormones, none of that. Dad, have you ever caught a syringe in the house?
Nope.
Have you ever found anything that
Nope.
looked dangerous? Or...
Nope.
Okay, so next up, bananas right here. I got some green ones, Dad, so you don't gotta worry about that. We have like freaking dark ones over here. When you go to Costco, man, those bananas, they're green and then they turn brown within like a day. So got some Winco bananas here, Del Monte. And this is the tuna that I specifically like a lot, guys. If you normally get regular tuna, it just says like chunk light tuna or something like that. I like the albacore specifically, guys. The albacore, it's like solid, it tastes good, it's usually white. And I usually get in water, though if I could get in oil if I wanted to because I have room for fats. But I usually just get in water, keeps it simple. And plus it's not all oily when I try to squeeze the liquid out of this. And I think the last thing on my list, I got a ton of these, by the way, a ton of these tunas. Usually tuna's around 25 grams protein per can, and if it's in water it's usually like 2-3 grams of fat. If it's in oil, add a little bit more. So last couple things I got, Chobani Greek yogurt. I love Greek yogurt. Pretty much 0 fat. Most Greek yogurt is little to no fat, and all it has is carbs and protein. So you get 20 carb to 14 protein. That's a pretty sexy ratio in my opinion. So I think that's it, guys. I pretty much covered everything. All right, Dad, I'll give you $1 if you can guess within $5 of how much all this costs, Dad. What do you think, Dad? Take a look.
$67.26.
No, $79.17.
Pretty close.
You're about $12 off. Anyways, that's an old tradition that we used to have at the Ogus house. We'd always guess this, and whoever won $1, right? $5 up and down, plus or minus. So, I think that's all, guys. As you can see, I have fruits, I have vegetables, carb sources. Today I didn't buy my chicken or tilapia. Those are usually the protein sources I go with. I have whey as a protein source, Greek yogurt, semi-protein source, egg whites, protein source, just a wide variety of foods. You don't have to limit yourself to, you know, eating every 2 hours on the dot or 3 hours on the dot. You can eat when you want, how you want. You just have to understand macronutrients and your caloric intake. You just have to know how to balance it out. You want to gain some mass, you want to gain some muscle, you go above it. You want to lose some fat, you go below it. That's it, guys. My Winco visit. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you might have learned something. Take care. Gotta answer the door now. Peace.
Hey, quit being a little bitch!
Ogus cake!
Yeah, motherfucker!